So we're back again with another round of limited releases. I'm very excited to show you everything that's going to be dropping this Thursday, May 7th. In this batch, we have some unreleased pit-tanned calfskin that nobody has ever seen before. We have some brand new unique leather prototypes. And then we're going to be giving you a teaser into our 15th anniversary celebration that will be coming up later this summer. Let's start off first with this brand new prototype leather that may never be made again. In fact, it was only made one time by Horween Leather Company. This is pit-tanned calfskin, and the story here is that Skip Horween received a trial batch of some calfskin shoulders from a supplier in Europe, and they were trying to see if the tannery wanted to make this and if they could be repeatable. So he ordered some of those hides and was able to make this pit-tanned calf here. When they went back to make it again, the hides just weren't exactly the same. So Skip decided to never make it again. And as a result, there's only a couple pieces of this leather that was ever made. So this one here has a Ashland patch on the front with some of that incredible shrunken grain and figuring from the pit-tanned calf. Now this is tanned in the old school way, like a traditional pit-tanned veg, like shell Cordovan leather. But on the calfskin, of course, the result is much different. Although you do get that nice density and fill from being tanned alongside all of the tree barks in the pits for about a month. So this one here is a really beautiful cognac shade. You can see the peaks of the texture are a little bit darker and more brown, and then the undertones are a little bit more of like a caramel color. Now this zipper pouch has the handle for the pull tab with a Reeve zipper. It's unlined on the inside. So I'm not sure of the specific date just yet, but we are now planning for the big 15th anniversary celebration for Ashland Leather. We're going to call it the XV collection. So I have one of our 15th anniversary pieces to show you. If you were into the event that we did last week with some of the psychedelic horse butt, we included one here in the psychedelic horse butt for the 15th anniversary. So this has some of those magenta purple colors for the undertones, a little bit of like an orangey tan as well, and then some darker violet shades with a teal thread. And then the inside we have some thin teal latigo with the epic figuring. And then again, this one has our 15th anniversary stamp on the inside. This is the only 15th anniversary in 2 days, or this week's drop. But again, we will have something coming up in the coming weeks here, if not coming months. Up next here is another one that I absolutely love. Talk about grain character. The first few here have incredible character. This is American Bison leather, Horween's leather tannage Yellowstone. You can see it has a really nice luster to it as well, and then a great depth of color because this leather has been hand tipped with a darker color up on the surface. So the result is you get a little bit of an extra depth from the darker surface color and then those lighter brown undertones. Take a look at the inside here. We have some more of this American Bison. And again, this is a veg tan leather that's naturally shrunken and hand tipped. It's a leather Horween calls Yellowstone. And we have it here on the Johnny of the Fox. Now let's take a look at a really fun prototype. This is our long wallet, but we're calling the zipper long wallet because we have another Reeve zipper to keep this one closed. On the outside, we have Horween's English tan Dublin leather, another veg tan leather, but they've pressed in this really beautiful Western texture. That's my favorite texture that Horween does, and it has a really nice shine as well. On the interior, we have some thinner, softer leathers to accommodate all of the card holders on the inside. You can fit bills on the larger sections on the left and the right, as well as a bunch of cards. And then the center section here is a zipper closure for coins. So I'm imagining somebody like my wife would like this, but there's no gender rules here. If you're a guy and you think you can get some use out of this, it could totally work for a man as well. And then even more texture. Another Western piece here. This time it's Western on top of marbled, I believe this is marbled blue or marbled green shell Cordovan. Sometimes they look very similar. And this is a fan favorite wallet that we do. We call it the Tall Tony the Ant. It has a bill slot on the outside that extends all the way to the top. That is dissimilar from our traditional Tony the Ant that has like a little thumb notch, an exterior slot. This bill slot is extended all the way to the top because it will fully conceal all international currency, where the normal Tony doesn't for some of the taller yen notes. And then the inside we have some more of that Western marbled shell Cordovan. Here's another one that's one of my favorites. This is probably my starter for the whole drop. This is another piece of Western texture, but this is on shell Cordovan. So it's Western black shell Cordovan, hand stitched, and this is the tall Herbie. So just like the Tall Tony we looked at, this one has that bill slot that extends all the way to the top. And then on the inside, we've got something a little extra special, more of the Western texture, but we have black shell on the inside center and then a hidden card slot here. So this goes all the way through. So you can put 2 cards on the top. More cards are even hide some bills underneath, and then 2 card slots on the left as well. And again, this one is hand stitched with a cream color stitching. And then my second favorite thing from this whole drop is a leather we started doing very recently. This is Horween's Woolly Chrome Excel. It's a slight variation with a different stuffing blend than the classic Chrome Excel. Now, when I first saw this one-shot card case, I thought this was a piece of shell Cordovan because of how bright and shiny it is. Take a look at that. Very much a mirror-like shine on the Woolly Chrome Excel. I love this. I'm really, really into the Woolly Chrome Excel. In fact, 10 minutes ago, I was over at the tannery buying more of this leather. So we've got a one-shot card case here with the teal accents. It's got a teal foil stamp and teal stitching on it. And then one more black Woolly Chrome Excel piece. This is the vertical bugs Moran. These are also horsehide, so they're a little bit thinner than the steer hides that we sometimes use. So if you wanted a thinner vertical bugs, you got one here, again, in the black woolly with that incredible shine, and then the teal details on here too. And you thought we were done with the texture. Here's another Western texture. This time it's Western Dublin, and this is the color 8 Dublin. So it's a little bit more of like a burnt cherry, burgundy, dark oxblood color. This one also has a cream color contrasting stitch. And then the interior, we have alternating card slots. I believe this mini fox here was my brother's favorite from this drop. He was really into this one. And if you're not familiar with the mini fox, it's very similar to our Giant the Fox. The only difference is it has 2 less card slots, so it's a little smaller, but the mini fox still has these hidden card slots underneath 2 of the card slots on each side. And it's baseball season. I'm a big Cubs fan. The Cubs are in first place. I'm probably jinxing us. But speaking of baseball, we have a official Horween baseball glove leather quick Bugs Moran here. So this is the caramel or caramel baseball glove that Horween makes for Rawlings, I believe. And it's been less and less of it over the last 10 years or so, but this is the actual full grain leather that they use for baseball gloves. It's also indicated by this bit of a chrome streak on the edges, and you might be able to see it there. It's not a struck through leather. So this is a full chrome leather to make it extra tough for the baseball glove. You just can't have that rip when it's catching a ball. And that's why it's made so tough with a full chrome. Now the quick bugs here in the caramel, I don't know, in the baseball glove leather, it's a really nice shade. This will age just like you'd expect a baseball glove leather to age, but this has the addition of that quick access card slot on the outside with our traditional slots on the inside. Now we've been slowly putting up a couple of these Dopp kits and teasing them. And a few people picked them up kind of right away. So we decided to make more for the drop today. The first one I wanted to show you is made in a beautiful piece of English tan Dublin, and it almost looks tumbled because it kind of is. We make these inside out and then turn them. So you get to see all that burst effect and pull up in the waxes and color that give it that really dramatic depth that you can see here. It also has a really beautiful sheen. Hopefully it shows through on the video appropriately. This is some really nice leather. Now these are made with YKK zippers, and then this particular one is unlined. And I have a couple others to show you that have some slight variations. And I'm realizing I forgot to give you the drop details. Everything that we've looked at so far and we'll look at in the rest of the video today are available on our website, ashlandleather.com, under the limited release section. These are all going live this Thursday, May 7th at 5 p.m. Central Time. So keeping it going here, the only difference between this Dopp kit and the last one is we've decided to try a little bit of a nylon liner. So something you can wash, like if you, it's kind of hard to show in the camera here, but there is a black nylon interior on this bag. So if you get a little bit of toothpaste on the inside, you can wash it off very easily. Although I will say on the non-lined one or the unlined one, we are still using Dublin leather that is finished on both sides. So it's fully sealed off. It's not going to get inside of that suede because we've filled it in with a bit of resin, but the liner should be just a little bit easier to clean. All right, let's keep it going with some more wool. It's Giant the Fox time. This first one here is green shell Cordovan with an alternating interior. We decided to try some without the top stitch on it, and I actually really like the look of that without the stitching across the top. And then the interior here, you've got some reverse green and green alternating. The next one up, same design concept here with that lack of stitching across the top, but this is marbled green shell Cordovan. And on the interior, we've got some English tan Dublin. This is quite thin. And another one here without the top stitch, color 8 shell Cordovan, the classic Cordovan color, dark brown burgundy shade. I'll try to spin it around in the light here for you, so you can see the range. It's sort of dark brown at some angles and a little bit more burgundy at other angles. And on the interior, we've got that alternating with some color 8 and natural shell and then a gold foil stamp. Now this one's really cool. I'm not sure what else to call it other than Birdseye, but if you look closely at the leather, You'll see a little bit of color undertones, and it kind of reminds me of like a Birdseye maple wood, where it's got these like little speckle patterns, and it kind of reminds me of some of the skip finish shell. In fact, this might be some of the skip finish shell. I was just not sure what to call it. You can kind of see it a little bit easier on the inside card slots, perhaps. See a little bit of that range of color here. I'm calling that the Birdseye shell, but I'm not sure they're able to control that, nor am I sure that they're able to do that again. This is a really special Johnny the Fox. We'll keep it going here. I've got about 80 items in the drop, and we're not gonna have time to do all of them, but this is an Armagnac shell Cordovan Johnny the Fox, which is a little bit more of like a medium brown. And then the interior, you got some great shell. I'm noticing I'm sort of smudging up the finish there, but this is some more of that Armagnac shell on the inside. It's like a dark whiskey, or like a little bit more of like a yellow cigar shade, if you're familiar with that color. Definitely not like Color 8. The Color 8 has much more burgundy to it. And then here's another fun prototype that we decided to share a bunch of. This is our Frank the Enforcer design, except we've included the skip stitch on the side of it. That gives you great access to the inside center. So if you want to just drop a card in there very quickly or put some cash in, it was much easier to get it on the side of this Frank the Enforcer than on the standard one, although they both function just perfectly. This one has some hand-glazed reverse blue and blue shell Cordovan on the front and on the back. And here's another one in the same combination. I love this color here. This is the green and reverse green, also hand-glazed, so you get a little bit more of a luster and shine on this piece of reverse shell here that you don't normally see. Here's a look at the skip stitch on the side, and then some more of the reverse green and green on the back. Another combination on the skip stitch Frank. This one has blue shell on reverse with blue again, and then the same combination on the back. Here's a really nice piece of Cordovan, black shell Cordovan on top of garnet at the top. We've got the skip stitch on the side, ink stamp in the center, and then some more of the same on the back. And then another Color 8 shell Cordovan piece here with that same skip stitch on the side and Color 8 shell on the back. Now here's another one that I'm very excited about. We've been doing the new Aspen leather from Horween. This is a horsehide leather and the grain side in the center. If you flip that Aspen that you can kind of see on the inside of the bill slot here, if you flip that over, it happens to have a really, really nice suede. So this is the rough outside of Horween's color number 8 Aspen leather, and this will give you a great patina. If you look at the edges of this wallet, take a look at the shine. That's how you can expect the suede to develop a patina. It will become darker and shinier just with normal use. So I'm really excited to see what somebody can do with this one. We also have cut the Horween USA measuring machine stamp into the top center, and then have some of the same rough out on the inside. Now we made 2 of these. The only difference here is this one does not have the Horween USA stamp on the top, but otherwise it's very similar. Here's another total stunner. We got some marbled ultraviolet shell Cordovan. Really reminds me of like a California sunset or something, with some of these burnt orange colors that fade into a little bit more of the ultraviolet magenta tones. We have a contrasting teal color stitching along the exterior of this whole wallet, and then on the inside we've got a combination of marbled ultraviolet shell with some of the reverse on the left, and you can see the Horween USA measuring machine stamp and the date that this was measured. So this is 2.1 square feet, and it was measured on June 21st. So I'm not sure what year that is. And we've got a Fat Herbie here that I'm very excited to show you as well. We've got a brand new batch of some English tan Dublin in our shop, and it's quite thin. So the Fat Herbie with the thin wallet, we totally messed up with the name on this guy, but that's a really thin Fat Herbie. People have said call it the Ozempic Herbie. Skip wants me to call it the Fit Herbie. I don't know what to call it, but either way, the leather is really, really nice and thin. That's what you guys have been asking us for, so that's what we're trying to get for you. Fat Herbie here, we've got the teal color contrasting stitch along the border, that beautiful piece of English tan Dublin, which is brand new to our shop. I think we just got it in last week. And then on the interior, we've got that same English tan Dublin with the teal foil stamp and then the teal accents all throughout. And one more Fat Herbie to show you. This one is natural shell Cordovan on the outside with a really nice reverse interior. And we've got a couple smaller pieces here. People have been really happy and asking a lot for this vertical Frank the Enforcer. So this is like our normal Frank, except instead of having the card slots go this direction, we put 2 on the front that go that direction. So you have 1, 2, 3 card slots on the front with the middle slot and then 2 on the back. And this is made in a piece of hand glazed reverse color 8 shell that has some of that epic splatter in it. And then one more card case. This is like our Lucky Wallet, except we call it the Lucky Card Holder. There's no flap closure over the top. This one just has an open compartment in the top with 2 card slots on the front and then 2 on the back. Another minimalist piece here. This time it's in cigar shell Cordovan with a gold foil stamp on top of the reverse shell. And there's a lot more to get to. So we're gonna have to end it here with the last box, which mostly Tony the Ants. People have been asking us again for more of the Tony the Ant. So we have one here in whiskey shell Cordovan with a 50-50 interior. So we've got the vertical slots on the left and the traditional on the right. So we'll call that the 50-50 Tony. Here's another Tony that has the vertical card slots on the inside, and this is a marbled hatch grain, sort of like a marbled cigar hatch grain, which is very beautiful too. Here's another good one with green shell Cordovan and a contrasting yellow color stitching. And then the inside, we've got some vertical slots in the reverse green. Here's another Tony with some hand glazed reverse. So this is reverse black that kind of looks like a dark forest green sitting on top of some black shell. And the inside, we've got the traditional slots that are combining the traditional shell with the hand glazed reverse. And then I guess we'll finish off the rest of this box. This looks like a quick Bugs in Armagnac shell Cordovan, but it's a quick 50-50 Bugs. And here's another one of those thin pieces of the brand new English tan. This is a vertical Bugs Moran with the teal accents that I like very much. I'm loving this new English tan Dublin. And then we've got some special bison pieces that I probably should have included with that Johnny the Fox earlier. Dark brown color here on the American bison with a teal color stitching along the outside, and then vertical card slots on the inside, more of the bison. Here's another bison piece, another vertical, but this has the matching brown stitching as opposed to the teal a moment ago. Here's another Bugs Moran and some marbled green shell Cordovan, I believe. And this has vertical card slots and that new English tan on the inside. And then another one here. And these will each have their own product pages. They're very similar, but different enough that I'll take photos of each of these and put them up. This one also has the new English tan on the inside. And then finishing off the box here, we've got some more of our Frank the Enforcer's black shell with a reverse. We've got a hand glazed reverse natural, my favorite shell color, amaretto shell Cordovan, alternating color 8 with reverse there, and then a 6-slot Frank the Enforcer here in the classic color 8 shell as well. So I was looking in the box. We do have a bunch more unique prototypes and rare leathers that are not going to be in the video today, so you're not going to want to miss those this Thursday at 5 p.m. And just one of those examples here is this new version, prototype version of our Capone money clip, where we are including 2 extra card slots on each side of the exterior for the Capone money clip here. So new prototype designs, some rare Cordovan, a bunch of great stuff. If you guys have any questions about anything in today's drop, please don't hesitate to leave a comment. And I hopefully you enjoyed looking at these with me on the video as much as I like presenting them. All this leather is so nice. I just can't get enough of it. And like I said, I was over at the tannery today and they still have no lack of great leathers. I'm excited to show you what's coming out for our 15th anniversary. So until next time, guys, hope you have a good one and take care.